Learn English through story about Learn English. The world's most unusual hobbies. The story begins in a quiet town where a young learner named Mina is searching for a new and meaningful way to improve her English. Books help her understand grammar, movies improve her listening, and conversations with friends give her confidence. But she still feels something important is missing. She wants English to feel alive. One warm afternoon, as she walks through a weekend market filled with music and laughter, she notices a colorful banner at the very end of the street. It says, "The World's Most Unusual Hobbies Exhibition." The words spark her curiosity immediately. She steps inside, not knowing that this visit will change the way she learns English forever. The first hobby she discovers is competitive rock balancing. A tall man with gentle eyes is placing stones on top of each other in shapes that seem to ignore gravity. Mina watches as he slowly builds a tower taller than her waist. When he finishes, he says, "The secret is calm breathing, steady hands, and patience." His English is simple and clear, and Mina listens with full attention. Without realizing it, she is learning new vocabulary about nature, balance, stability, and concentration. The next hobby fascinates her even more. A woman stands beside a long table covered with thousands of bottle caps from around the world. She explains that she travels to different countries to collect them, then uses them to create giant mosaic pictures. Mina learns new words like pattern, texture, material, arrangement, and composition. She repeats them quietly and writes them in her notebook. As Mina explores further, she realizes that each unusual hobby carries its own world of language. Every table teaches her a new way to describe actions, objects, shapes, colors, and emotions. Step by step, she begins to understand that learning English through unusual hobbies is not only interesting but also powerful. The next booth introduces Mina to a hobby she never imagined existed. A cheerful older woman is demonstrating soap carving. She gently scrapes a block of white soap, shaping it into a small bird with delicate wings. The woman explains how she began carving to calm her mind during stressful times. Mina learns new vocabulary such as carve, smooth surface, fragile, relief sculpture, and handcrafted detail. Every word teaches her how artists talk about shape and design. Nearby, a young man is presenting extreme ironing. He shows photos of himself ironing clothes on mountain cliffs, in forests, and even underwater. His stories make people laugh, yet his language introduces Mina to new terms like equipment, adventure, challenge, and unusual environment. She realizes that even strange activities can help her learn English in unexpected ways. The next hobby feels magical. A middle-aged man is demonstrating cloud spotting, an activity where people observe the sky and identify cloud shapes that resemble animals, faces, and landscapes. He tells Mina that imagination is the heart of this hobby. She learns descriptive words such as drifting, floating, shifting shapes, soft outlines, and sky patterns. She closes her eyes for a moment and repeats the vocabulary out loud. letting the language settle naturally in her memory. As Mina continues her walk, she meets a group of people who practice train spotting. They explain how they travel to different stations to photograph rare trains. She learns terms like locomotive, schedule, platform, and railway enthusiast. She begins to notice that each hobby introduces new language fields that she never studied in school. The exhibition suddenly feels like a living dictionary. Every person she meets adds another layer to her understanding of English. She feels excited, inspired, and more confident than she has ever felt before. Toward the end of the exhibition, Mina discovers a quiet booth with soft lighting and shelves filled with tiny objects. A gentle man explains that his hobby is creating miniature worlds. He designs tiny houses, trees, streets, and parks that fit inside glass jars. His English includes words such as scale model, dimension, handcrafted pieces, tiny landscape, and detailed structure. Mina writes quickly, amazed by how every hobby expands her vocabulary in a different direction. The final booth surprises her the most. A woman is demonstrating underwater basket weaving, a hobby that requires soaking long strands of material and weaving them beneath water. Mina watches the slow, rhythmic movement of the woman's hands. She learns words like flexibility, woven pattern, technique, and underwater resistance. She realizes that even the strangest activities carry valuable lessons for language learners. Before leaving, Mina sits at a bench near the exit and reviews the new vocabulary she collected throughout the day. She notices something important. She did not learn English through textbooks or memorization. She learned it through curiosity, storytelling, and human connection. Every hobby opened a door to a new area of language, and every person she spoke with helped her understand English at a deeper level. As she walks home under the soft evening light, Mina feels grateful. She knows that learning English is not only about studying rules. It is about discovering new experiences, meeting new people, and exploring the world with an open mind. The exhibition taught her that unusual hobbies can become powerful teachers, and that learning becomes easier when it is filled with wonder, excitement, and imagination.